Hello and welcome to Norwood News. Today is Friday, May 2nd, and I'm Krista McDonald. This week on Norwood News, NCM is back on the street. Maha Juice Bar releases a refreshing new treat. But first, Norwood residents gathered at the town common last weekend to celebrate Earth Day, capping off a community-wide neighborhood cleanup effort that brought volunteers together in support of taking care of the environment. NCM producer Tim Rose caught up with Katie Neal Rizzo and Lee Leach at the event.
Sure. So today is the annual Earth Day cleanup, community picnic, and fair. So we had cleanups this morning from 10 to 11:30 at about 11 different sites around town. People joined together with their community friends and neighbors to pick up trash and debris that had been trashed in the area. And then we came back here for a picnic. Community members are encouraged to go to local businesses that are open for lunch and bring it back here to eat. And then we have over 25 different community groups, volunteer organizations, and businesses that are all committed to sustainability and environmental impacts. So we've got Norwood for All, which is committed to affordable housing and finding housing for everybody. We've got the Norwood Farmers Market. The Norwood DPW is giving away free trees and talking about their composting program that they have. We've got the Comprehensive Planning Committee out here, Conservation Commission, the Brownies, Boy Scouts, Powesett Farms here. They are talking about the CSA food boxes that they are doing, which is vegetables and fruits that you can pick up in bulk at Emerald City Plants. We've got Charles River Running. They were doing a plogging event this morning, which is jogging and picking up trash. Face painters. We have Supply Bulk Foods, who's a vendor who sells bulk foods, and you can do pickups at Emerald City as well. The Norwood Farmers Market, I think I said, the Norwood Evening Garden Club. We've got a new business this year called Hilltop Natives. It's a Norwood resident who sells native plants out of her home, and just a bunch of different great organizations that can help you become more earth-friendly. When we originally started looking into doing this, we weren't aware of how many different groups and organizations were around in town and had available resources for residents to take advantage of to help themselves become more environmentally focused or sustainable. So we thought it would be a great way to help highlight and make people more aware of all these different resources.
We are at the Earth Day Festival on the Norwood Town Common. And we are today at the Trails Committee table, and we have our usual set of maps here for the general public. And we are also featuring our our new trail system called the Tayat Trail, which will encircle the town on existing town trails and also other areas that we are now defining, and we'll have signage which looks like this. Will be going up in the next few months, so look for this and follow the Tayat Trail.
Ron Marshalsea was back in the center of town asking a very important question now that the weather is finally warm.
Oh, hello there, Norwood. I'm Ron Marshalsea down here on the Common for the very first NCM on the Street of 2025. We want to know what people's favorite thing to do is once the weather gets warm. All right, Patrick, what is your favorite thing to do once the weather gets warm?
Play around with my friends.
Any particular sports games you guys like to play?
Wiffle ball.
Wiffle ball. You signed up for the Ron Marshalsea Jr. Wiffle ball tournament yet?
Not yet, but a few years ago I did it.
Nice. Nice. All right, I'm here on the Common with
Duffy Kid.
All right. What is your favorite thing to do once the weather gets warm?
Just hang out with my friends, play with my friends, and just go down to
Any particular sports?
baseball and street hockey.
Nice.
Lacrosse and swimming.
What's your favorite position in lacrosse?
Attack.
Nice. Very nice. Wait for the plane. The plane's overhead. You see that? What is your favorite thing to do once the weather gets warm?
Play baseball or soccer.
Nice. What's your favorite position in soccer?
Offense, striker, center.
Okay. All right. Very nice. Nice. All right, Finn. What's your favorite thing to do once the weather gets warm?
Play baseball.
What's your position?
Center field and first base and pitcher.
Nice. I'm here with
Artem.
who has awesome glasses. Artem, what's your favorite thing to do once the weather gets warm?
Well, I guess play Animal Crossing on my 3DS that I bought off of eBay for $6.
Nice.
I'll go swimming.
Swimming. Any particular reason you like swimming?
Because I like swimming.
Nice. All right. Cool off. Nice job. All right, Andrew, what's your favorite thing to do once the weather gets warm?
Probably baseball.
What's your position in baseball?
Usually third base or pitcher.
Nice. Me too. Nice. And last but certainly not least, we're here with.
Lorenzo Morales.
All right, Lorenzo, what is your favorite thing to do once the weather gets warm?
Basketball. Play some basketball.
Basketball. What's your position in basketball?
Point guard.
And that will do it for the first NCM on the Street of 2025. We had a lot of great answers, a lot of great guests. I hope you can join us on the next one for NCM on the Street. I'm Ron Marshalsea. Planes overhead, you see that?
We always enjoy heading on over to the Senior Center to catch up on the coming month's events and activities. Director Carrie McCarthy lets us in on what's happening in May.
Hello everyone, it's Carrie McCarthy, the director of the Norwood Senior Center, to tell you a few things that are happening in the month of May. On Monday, May 5th, Norwood's own anti-scam task force will be doing a presentation on all the scams, how to prevent them, and how to educate yourself about them. That will be at 1 o'clock on Monday. And then going forward through the month, we have a presentation on Italy. It's a tour of Italy. It is sponsored by Victoria Haven of Norwood. He's just going to talk about, show a slideshow and talk about all different parts of Italy. And then on Friday, May 23rd, we have Cheryl Fay. Cheryl Fay is a historical presenter, and she is going to do a presentation on Amelia Earhart. But our highlight of the month is our Memorial Day event. It's an intergenerational program that we do with the high school. The high school students come on over and view all the memorabilia of our Norwood veterans. So please, if you have any memorabilia that you would like to show here at this beautiful showcase, just give us a call and we will get it in. As always, we're here to serve you. Let us know if you need anything.
When Norwood News returns, Keeks visits Maha Juice Bar for a sweet treat. Charlotte Martino shares what's happening in school news, and Ron Marshalsea shares what's happening in Mustang sports.
Hello, I'm Diana Hillary, the public health nurse here in Norwood. I'm excited to share that I am teaming up with Impact Norwood, a fantastic initiative supported by the Drug-Free Communities Grant. Our mission? To help prevent youth substance use through our wonderful Impact Norwood Coalition. As part of this effort, we're conducting a voluntary and anonymous survey to gather insights from parents about their views on drug, alcohol, and tobacco use among local kids. Your thoughts will help us uncover the causes and risk factors related to youth substance use in our community. We'll also explore how parents feel about these important issues. The project is all about keeping our young people healthy, which is so important. The survey is available in English, Portuguese, and Spanish, and we invite all parents and guardians of children in grades 6 through 12 to participate. By learning more about how alcohol, drugs, and tobacco are being used among youth and understanding parents' viewpoints, we hope to reduce the long-term impacts of these substances on our kids. Thank you for taking time to consider participating in this important survey. Your input means a lot to us.
The Morrill Memorial Library has a lot of celebrations going on in the month of May, and Library Director Clayton Cheever shares what's happening on this edition of Morrill Moment.
Greetings, library lovers. Welcome to the Morrill Memorial Library, Norwood's public library for everyone. This May, there is a lot to celebrate, including Cinco de Mayo, Asian American and Pacific Islander Heritage Month, Mental Health Awareness Month, Mother's Day, Memorial Day, and more. The library will be closed Saturday through Monday of Memorial Day weekend, but the rest of the month will be open 7 days a week until 9 at night on Mondays through Thursdays and until 5 on Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. I'm Clayton Cheever. I use he, his pronouns, and I'm your library director. Keep your eyes open this month for the winners of our 4th annual Peeps Diorama Contest, who will be announced on Friday, May 9th. The following week, we have a special take-home program for families with children ages 2 to 5. Register and then come pick up and grab and go kit inspired by the beloved book Chicka Chicka Boom Boom. In addition to the book itself, you'll also get everything you need for a fun, hands-on activity. This is provided through our program for Norwood Coordinated Family and Community Engagement, funded by the Massachusetts Department of Early Education and Care. For fans of teen literature, we have lots of copies of the contenders for the 2025 Massachusetts Teen Choice Book Awards. Voting doesn't start until September, so there is plenty of time to browse the options and pick your favorites before the election. Varla Ventura is a folklorist, botanist, and an author, and she's coming to our library on Thursday, May 29th to talk about enchanted plants. She'll explore common and uncommon plants in folklore and magic from the gardens of queens, simple cottages, and witches. Registration is required, so reserve your seat today. We heard so many positive reviews of our first book tasting program, I'm sure our second will also be a stellar affair. Michael Roderick, our head of borrower services, and Dina Delick, one of our youth services librarians, are looking forward to sharing tasting notes on great romance books on Wednesday evening, May 28th. In addition to overviews of different tropes and subgenres within the romance realm, they will also share several examples of great books you can take home from this romantic reads book tasting. Please register so they know how many people to expect. I have exciting news to share. We have a brand new app you can use to enjoy the library from your phone. You can find it in the Apple and Google App Stores by searching for Minuteman Mobile. Our new app is a great way to store your library card and discover great new books, and it can do so much more. You can now use the app to check out books, a feature the app calls Scan and Go. You can also place and manage holds, get quick access to our event calendar, reserve museum passes, and access our online resources. If you downloaded the old app, you'll want to go get this new one and delete the old one. The new one is so much better, and the old one is going to stop working in the near future. Now, let's dive into some fantastic books. Whether you're looking for a delightful read for kids or something more profound for adult readers, we have got something for everyone and something special. Let's jump right in. Young kids are sure to enjoy Don't Trust Fish by Neil Sharpson. This brilliantly humorous picture book offers an engaging introduction to the mysterious underwater world. With witty narration and vibrant illustrations, it turns oceanography into an accessible, laugh-out-loud adventure that sparks curiosity and fun. Fred Fordham adapted and illustrated the graphic novel of Ursula K. Le Guin's A Wizard of Earthsea. This reinvention of the classic Earthsea saga has stunning visuals and a dynamic narrative that captures the essence of Le Guin's timeless fantasy. This beloved tale is refreshed, inviting teens and all of us to explore magic, power, and self-discovery through a modern lens. For more experienced readers, I've brought these next two. Real Americans is a relatively new novel by Rachel Kong. Spanning 3 generations of a Chinese-American family, this expansive narrative weaves together themes of identity, legacy, and the intricacies of the American dream. Kong's artful storytelling and richly drawn characters offer a thought-provoking exploration of cultural heritage and social history. Meg Kissinger wrote the unflinching memoir While You Were Out, which melds investigative journalism with personal history to illuminate the hidden toll of mental illness on a family. Kissinger's candid narrative and meticulous detailing of systemic challenges in mental health care provide a powerful and intimate portrait that resonates deeply. As we recognize Mental Health Awareness Month, I thought it would be appropriate to highlight some of these weighted lap pads for adults and kids, and these noise-canceling headphones for little ones. Many people with sensory challenges find these kind of items really helpful. Perhaps you or someone you care about can benefit from them as well, and you just need a little experience to discover how much they can help. These and so many other great pieces of equipment, musical instruments, games, and more can be found in our Library of Things. Visit our website and browse our library things from the Books and More menu to see what other treasures we have waiting for you. Before I sign off, I want to thank our dear friends of the library. Anytime the library is open, you can browse their ongoing book sale in the Nook just by the door to our parking lot. Their spring book sale is happening at the top of the month, starting on Friday, May 2nd, and continuing on Saturday and Sunday, the 3rd and 4th. The book sale is consistently a great way to score some fabulous deals for yourself and to give to others while supporting the Friends. The Friends, in turn, provide support for library programs throughout the year, including the funds for crafts and supplies for programs for kids and teens. This month, they also provided the funds for the winners of the Peeps Diorama Contest, the Adult Puzzle Race on May 10th, and the Enchanted Plants program I just talked about, happening on the 29th. Please make sure you have an active membership in the Friends and support them whenever possible, as they make possible so much of what we present here. We are so grateful for all the support. That's a wrap for this Morrill Moment. I'm Clayton Cheever, your guide through the wonders of the library, wishing you a marvelous May. We can't wait to see you at the library. Until next time, happy reading.
Sweet Treats with Keeks takes a tangy turn this week as Kiki visits Maha Juice Bar to try their new lemonade refreshers, the perfect summer drink.
Hey guys, we are down here at the Maha Juice Bar and I'm gonna try something a little bit different, not really a dessert, but it's a lemonade refresher new to the menu here at Maha, so let's give it a try. Hi guys, so I'm outside right now on this beautiful patio. It's a nice spring day. It's almost reaching 70 today, so I love this kind of weather. And you know what that means, folks? We gotta get ourselves a brand new, these are lemonade refreshers down at Maha. They got blueberry and pitaya. So I'm gonna try these out. They're both sweetened with agave as well. So it's all kind of natural. Everything's natural here. This one is the blueberry one. Let's try this out right now. Oh, that's delicious. You can really taste that fresh lemon squeeze, like you'll see in the video. Let me try it one more time. That's delicious, it's refreshing. It's honestly the perfect drink you want on a summer day. Let's try the pitaya one. Let's give this a try. Ooh. I love the pitaya one. You can see with my facial expression that pitaya is my favorite. Both are really good, both very sweet, but natural. So you're not getting that, artificial sweetener in there. Another thing I want to add is just, can we take a look at this beautiful color here? It's like an ombre. It's just so inviting. You just want to drink it. But again, these were just spectacular. The summer drink right here down at Maha. Make sure to come down and give it a try. Cheers.
Last Thursday, the Norwood Library kicked off its new Entrepreneur 101 series aimed at helping aspiring business owners navigate the early stages of launching a venture. The first session featured Joe Collins from the town of Norwood and Tom O'Rourke from the Neponset River Regional Chamber. Joe Collins shared insights from the event.
Tonight, Tom O'Rourke and I discussed what we do to assist small businesses and entrepreneurs start or grow their businesses in and around the Norwood area, and talk about some other initiatives that we've been working on. The entrepreneurship series is going to continue on May 22nd when Trish White will be talking more about some of the technical assistance opportunities that she can provide.
Now let's throw it over to Charlotte Martino for the latest in school news.
I'm Charlotte Martino, and let's check out what's happening in our Norwood schools. In Norwood High School news, the concert chorale and madrigals earned gold at MICA, breaking a 6-year streak of silver medals. They were also selected to perform at MICA Gold Showcase at the Groton Performing Arts Center in Groton. Congratulations to all our singers for this honor. Also at NHS, Mr. Brendan Crowley and some of the Clean and Renewable Energy Pathway students attended the launch event for Massachusetts Climate Careers at Another Age Studios in Newton. At the event, the students were able to hear from a panel of industry professionals that work in clean energy fields such as solar, wind, and electric vehicles. The students also got to participate in a variety of great activities, such as stripping electrical wire, bending electrical conduit, and mapping out potential EV charging stations in Norwood. At the end of the event, the students got to check out a real movie studio and participate in interviews centered around their thoughts on climate change. Everyone in the Clean and Renewable Energy Pathway would like to thank Dr. Galligan and Mrs. Jean Noel for helping in securing this awesome opportunity for students. Recently, at the Coakley Middle School, the 7th grade Spanish students attended the Hispanic Flamenco Ballet at Soldiers and Sailors Memorial Hall in Melrose. Students were treated to performances from various Spanish-speaking countries. They were immersed in the music and specific dance styles of those countries and were invited on stage to learn some of the dances. Fue muy excelente. First graders at the Cleveland School made some paper for Earth Day with Mrs. Tourette. Let's check it out. Before spring break, Norwood School Nutrition returned to the Callahan School, and this time introduced the students to the smoothie bike. With a live demonstration, students learned how a bike can convert mechanical energy into electricity by using pedal power to make blueberry banana smoothies. This interactive event allowed kids to hop on the bike and experience what it's like to use pedal power. Many students had the opportunity to volunteer to help blend more smoothies for their peers. The smoothie bike is a great way to get students active and involved while learning new recipes for delicious and nutritious smoothies. The Prescott celebrated Gigi's birthday on April 11th with a really fun visit from none other than Gigi themselves. Gigi is the penguin mascot from the ST Math program who guides students through their ST Math journey. Gigi is a constant as students think through, attempt, and solve challenging mathematical puzzles. In many cases, Gigi helps students put words to their relationship and productive struggles with math. Students had fun visiting with Gigi, taking group photos, making them birthday cards, and completing puzzle talks. At the end of the day, classes were able to sign up for the April Champion Hour, a virtual hour to celebrate Gigi's special day. Also at the Prescott for the ST Math is the April Challenge. It's raining ST Math. Classes are awarded a raindrop for each % gained on their ST Math puzzle goal progress. The first class to reach 10% will win an extra recess. Stay tuned to see which class reaches 10% first. Kindergarten students at the Willett Early Childhood Center celebrated the final day of Read Across America in style. The students successfully read enough books to reach Hollywood, and they dressed the part. Staff and students glammed it up and even walked the red carpet. Each student received a reading trophy to celebrate this accomplishment. The staff are so very proud of this reading journey. They would like to thank their PTO and food services for their help in making the journey across America very special. Next stop, first grade. The Little Mustangs Preschool Academy celebrated Earth Day with a fun and educational day focused on caring for our planet. The children learned the difference between what can and can't be recycled, helping them understand how to sort their waste properly. They also explored creative ways to reuse everyday items and practice being mindful about the resources they use, like using just one paper towel or coloring on both sides of the paper. As part of their hands-on activities, the kids planted grass and flowers, learning how plants help keep the earth clean and beautiful. The children are learning about their planet and ways they can help protect it every day. That wraps up this week's school news. A big thank you to all the teachers who keep us in the loop with their updates. It really helps us see the wonderful things happening in our school. Reporting for Norwood School News, I'm Charlotte Martino. And now, here's Ron Marshalsea with the latest in sports.
I'm Ron Marshalsea, and this is your sports update. The baseball team got back in the win column with back-to-back-to-back wins over Bellingham 11-1, Norton 5-2, and Millis 11-1. 10 different Mustangs got hits against Bellingham: Vinny Lopez, Sam Larkey, Frankie Sheehan, Patrick Connell, Brian Dearborn, Angel Oliveria, James Galvin, Ryan Grenham, Jade Moreno, and Mike Grenham. Caden Sheehan and Thomas Benson added hits against Norton. Their next game is at Medfield on Monday the 5th at 4:30. The softball team lost against Bellingham, Norton, and Millis this week. NCM went live with their game against Bellingham, and although our cameras didn't capture her first catch that was phenomenal, Cece Indek finished the top of the 7th with some solid catches in center field. The Mustangs look to get the win when they go to Medfield on the 5th at 4:30. The boys lacrosse team went 1-1 this past week after a massive 14-2 win over Norton, but dropped their game to Bellingham. They will be at Medway on Monday the 5th at 4:45. The girls lacrosse team has been on a dominant run, scoring 18, 19, and 17 goals in their last 3 games respectively. They took down Norton again 19-11 and sent the Blackhawks back to Bellingham with a 17-5 win. Freshman Allie O'Neill was the star against Bellingham, netting 6 goals, including an incredible behind-the-back shot to get her 6th on the night. O'Neill talked with Joe Panola and former girls lacrosse head coach Mike Lodge about the amount of scoring the Mustangs have had in the past few games.
I'm looking down at the last couple of contests. 19 goals for the team against Norton, 18, 17 tonight. What's been working the last couple of games that really has the offense clicking?
I think we're all just playing hard. We're all playing smart. We're keeping our heads up to find those looks on offense. And I think we all just trust each other with the ball enough to really connect everything on offense.
O'Neill also made the 4th team of the Mass Rhode Island regional team that will compete at a national tournament. There were 300 players that tried out for the team, with only 88 getting a spot, and Allie was one of them. Congratulations, Allie. And plenty of other Mustangs buried goals into the Bellingham net Wednesday afternoon, including Emma Penza, Shay Larkey, Emily Spadorsha, Quinn Brown, and Nora Stratton. They will look to keep this momentum going when they host Medway on Monday the 5th at 4 p.m. The boys tennis team secured another win over Norton on Thursday afternoon. They will be at Ashland on May 2nd and at Medfield on May 5th, both at 4:30. The girls tennis team lost a close one to Norton Wednesday afternoon and Millis on Thursday. They will be hosting Medfield on Monday the 5th at 4. The boys volleyball team got another win over Dighton Rehoboth 3-0 on Wednesday, but lost to Hopkinton on Thursday. Seniors Mateo Diaz, Sebastian Eugene, and Xavier Watkins all played very well, with freshman Luke Fleming and sophomore Keem Cohen making some big plays. The Mustangs will be at Bellingham on Monday the 5th at 5 o'clock. Both the boys and girls track teams lost their meets against Hopkinton. They will host Westwood for their next matchup on Tuesday the 6th at 4:30. And that is all I have for this sports update. I'm Ron Marshalsea, and Norwood News will be right back after this break.
Hi, I'm Ernie Pachakowski from Ernie's Jukebox with what's coming up on the music scene all around town. This week's feature album is Jerry and the Pacemakers from Liverpool, England. So here's what's happening. At the Norwood Theatre on Saturday night, May 10th at 7:30, Ronan Tyan, a return performance of one of the great Irish tenors. At the Fallout Shelter on Friday, May 9th at 7 o'clock, the Barrett Anderson Band, a blues powerhouse who blends vintage soul, blues, and rock and roll. On Saturday night, May 10th at 7 o'clock, the Love Dogs, a great live show featuring a red-hot horn section, a killer boogie-woogie piano, and some great New Orleans vibes, mixed with some early rock and roll. That's it for this week's music scene. I'm Ernie Pachakowski for Norwood News. So get out and see some great local live music. Be there or be square.
The Board of Health met Monday morning and were joined by recovery coach John Pike to talk about a new program partnered with Riverside Community Care called Connect to Recovery, which aims to help those who struggle with substance abuse, addiction, and mental health. Pike also emphasized that people can receive recovery coach services with or without insurance, but must be 18 years or older. Following that, Mental Health Awareness Training Program Director Elizabeth Barrett discussed the upcoming free mental health first aid training on Tuesday, May 20th at the Morrill Memorial Library from 9:30 to 4. She explained that the training is available for anyone who lives or works in Norwood or someone who supports Norwood residents in any way. Public health nurse Diana Hillary then gave the public health nurse report, along with environmental health inspector reports from Kyle Simpson and Angelo DeLuca. To wrap up the meeting, Director of the Health Department, Stacy Lane, gave a brief update. The Board of Health meet again on Tuesday, May 27th. The 3 finalists for the Norwood High School principal position were announced at this week's school committee meeting.
As you know, we are replacing Dr. Hugh Galligan. We had a tremendous number of candidates that had come forth, and went through a significant process to screen those candidates down to, I think, what was from 22 to about 12, and then had a formal interview committee with about 6, and then we brought 3 finalists that I announced to the public, I think, on Thursday. Those 3 candidates, if I can just pop this open so I can share who those are. Let's see if I can do that. Are Jason Medeiros, who took a visit with us yesterday from 10:15 to 3:30, visited the high school. He's currently principal of Hudson High School and has been for the past 6 years. Erica Thomas, who is currently an associate principal for instruction and guidance at Seekonk High School, visited with us today. And tomorrow, Ms. Cynthia Durain, who is associate principal here in Norwood.
Later in the meeting, the committee unanimously approved a change of language in policy that would allow the superintendent, under certain circumstances, to decide if a student who has moved from the district can finish out their school year in the Norwood Public School System. The Planning Board met Monday night at the Senior Center, where they held one public hearing for a special sign permit in addition to a site plan modification request for the new FM Global building, which were both approved unanimously. Attorney David Hearn, representing Norwood Golf at 707 Neponset Street, with a modification to the site plan approval. Rearranged parking spots were proposed on the side of the building, along with updating in the landscaping to match what was initially approved, as well as making an adjustment to the curb on the Neponset Street side of the property for a less disruptive inspection waiting line. Attorney Hearn also asked for the board to remove any mention of the building that had been mentioned to be put on the site. Chairwoman Debbie Holmwood's main issue was the existing trees that were the only buffer between the Gulf and the surrounding neighborhood were taken down, when the board had a condition that existing landscaping is not to be touched. Attorney Hearn clarified the trees were taken down before the latest site plan and not for this specific project. The board allowed 2 community members to speak. Helen Donahue urged the board to delay voting on the site plan until after the May 6th Board of Appeals meeting, and Brian Palmetier joined virtually to address concerns about the tree removal. Sarah Dixon noted the confusion stems from the unique situation of both the zoning and planning boards having to make decisions and approvals on the same property. Ernie Pachakowski moved to approve modifications to Norwood Golf, including relocating 2 handicap spaces and 1 short-term spot, as well as the applicant working with the DPW and NFD to come up with a suitable line or barrier between the right-of-way and the property, and a landscape plan submitted to the board within 3 months. The board approved the motion 3-1. The planning board will meet again on May 12th. Town Moderator Jerry Slater has important information for town meeting members regarding the upcoming special and annual town meetings.
Hello again, everybody. This is Jerry Slater, Town Moderator, here with some important information about the upcoming town meetings, which begin on Monday, May 12th at Norwood Senior High School Auditorium at 6:30 p.m. We're going to actually have a few town meetings. The annual town meeting, which deals primarily with the budget for the town, the schools, shared services, and facilities as part of the annual town meeting, along with the Community Preservation Act articles, will be part of that annual that will begin at 6 6:30. We also have two special town meetings. One that will immediately start, we'll open the annual and then adjourn that temporarily to take the first special. The first special deals with monetary articles that have an impact on the current fiscal year and may have an impact on the coming year, fiscal 26, and needs to come before the annual town meeting. The second special town meeting will take place after we conclude the business of the annual, and that deals with several bylaw changes, including zoning bylaw changes, as well as some policy changes and some legal changes involving the town. Prep materials are available now. Budget books are available at the town clerk's office. Please pick up your budget book. It's also available online. For the annual town meeting, you will need your budget book because the warrant and all the detail is inside of that budget book. Other materials that are available for your prep are all the notes from the town meeting prep sessions, the warrants, the yellow sheets that are produced by the Board of Selectmen, and the pink sheets that are produced by the FinCom. All of that is up on the town site under town meeting materials. In addition, NCM has available, both running it as well as on demand, all those meetings, all those prep meetings, as well as a list of different committee meetings and board meetings that would help in your prep for town meeting. Just a reminder, although the meeting starts at 6:30, please come early. You need to sign in as a town meeting member, need to get your electronic voting device. There potentially will be some updated materials available that you may want to peruse for a few minutes before start time. And then, of course, picking your seat. We ask that town meeting members sit towards the front of the auditorium so I can see you and recognize you if you'd like to speak, and also to ensure that your electronic voting device is working appropriately. A reminder that everyone is welcome at town meeting, and we do have a section roped off for now non-members to sit. Any registered voter can speak at town meeting, but only town meeting members can vote. Last but not least, registering to speak, which is the one way that you can guarantee if you want to speak on a particular article, is available now that the warrant is out. You can do that by emailing me at moderator@norwoodma.gov. Again, that's moderator@norwoodma.gov. So once again, I look forward to seeing all of our town meeting members in their seats, ready to go at 6:30 on May 12th in the Norwood High School auditorium. And I want to thank you for being a part and stepping up to be a part of this wonderful aspect of our town. Thank you.
With heavy construction happening at the intersection of Route 1A and Prospect Street, DPW Director Mark Ryan gives an update on the Mass DOT project and what travelers can expect in the spring.
Hi, yes, Mark Ryan here, Director of Public Works. Give you an update of the ongoing construction at the intersection of Route 1A and Prospect Street. This is a traffic signalization project where there were no traffic signals before. New signals are going to be brought in along with pedestrian controls for people to safely cross Washington Street / Route 1A. Prior to this work, this was really an uncontrolled intersection other than some stop signs, high crash rate. So the town initiated this project back in 2008. In the end, the project will provide new traffic signals, new pedestrian controls, activated controls so you can safely cross the street, granite curbing, new sidewalks, and new turn lanes. The project started in calendar year 2024, and we anticipate completion in mid calendar year 2026. The project is funded by the state. The total contract cost is $8.5 million, and it's managed by Mass Department of Transportation, because ultimately this intersection will be under the control of Mass DOT. The contractor is Pgioso and Sons out of Hyde Park. So some of the work to date, last year in calendar year 2024, they installed a new 12-inch water main on Route 1A/Washington Street. This was on behalf of the town of Norwood to improve fire flows in the area and improve the transmission capacity of the pipes to better service Norwood as in general. They regraded the intersection of Prospect Street and Fulton Ave. They widened Route 1A adjacent to the MBTA railroad tracks for additional through lanes. And they also installed the traffic signal control foundations. Presently, work going on here is constructing a retaining wall opposite the MBTA tracks along Route 1A. This is a very involved process, has been ongoing through most of the winter and will continue on through the spring. You'll see new drainage structures going in. You'll see the traffic signal equipment being installed. You'll see new granite curbing going in, new sidewalks going in, and new drainage structures going in. Also, along Route 1A, the state road was built many, many years ago with a cement concrete base. That cement concrete base will be removed and new asphalt will be installed in its place. Ultimately, when this project is done in 2026, it will be so much safer for vehicles trying to exit out of Washington Street and Prospect Street and provide much needed pedestrian access control to get across Route 1A, especially since there are 2 MBTA bus stops right here. So vast improvements to the area, safety driven. We look forward to the work being completed. We know there's disruption going on right now, but in the end, this will be a much better intersection for everyone to take advantage of into the foreseeable future.
If you're looking for a fast, fresh lunch you can eat on the go, look no further. Let's check out what's on the menu at Fuego on this week's Living Local.
Nestled between Cottage and Vernon Streets on Washington is Fuego, a familiar favorite to those who like a quick, fresh lunch.
Fuego is a Mexican fast food shop. Everything is made here daily. As you can see, our guys are right now cooking. It's our own recipes with a twist of Mexican flavor. So our biggest seller are the burritos because it's quick, easy, fast, easy to eat on the run. So people enjoy the quickness of it. I can just grab it, eat, and go, you know.
Owner Andy Orfanos tells a little bit about how Fuego came to be.
So I've been in the restaurant business all my life. I started off in the pizza business in South Boston. Kind of got tired of it because of long hours, a lot of labor, and it's just too much. But I saw there was a niche, something missing, and I noticed that people wanted Mexican. They wanted something quick, easy, fast, and a little healthier than like your local pizza and all that stuff. So I started working on my own recipes and, you know, like going to different spots and trying their food and seeing what works, what doesn't. And then I made my own little changes where it needed a little more kick on the meat on here, less kick here.
For those looking to try Fuego for the first time, Andy has a recommendation.
So your first time, I always recommend the bowls, just easier to eat. And then you can also like mix and match your meats. So if you're not sure if you want just chicken, you can do half chicken, half steak. So it gives you an opportunity to try a little bit of both in a bowl. So if you don't like one part of it, you're not stuck eating it as a burrito. It's all mixed in together. So we always say try the bowl, see what you like, and then you can do your burrito with what meats you like. You come in and you make it the way you like it. We're never gonna tell you anything. If you ask, we recommend what we know most customers will buy. There's a lot of people like with a steak, they don't know that the salsa verde is the best thing to put on it.
And as far as location goes, Andy loves having Fuego right in the heart of Norwood Center.
It's great. Norwood community supports us. We look forward to supporting them in every aspect. We do a lot of work with the schools for fundraising. So we're here to be part of the community and help the community. Anytime they ask for a fundraiser, any donations, we're there for them.
To learn more about Fuego, visit their website, check them out on social media, or walk right in.
Just give us a shot. Come in, try us. If you don't know what to eat, ask us. We have recommendations. We know what sells and what people have told us they like the best, so we'll always steer you that way. But like I said, a bowl, you can never go wrong because you can mix and match and try everything.
To end this week's newscast, we leave you with a photo of retired Norwood firefighter and legendary Norwood High School wrestling coach Mike McDonough, who passed away on April 20th. All of us at NCM send our condolences and strength to the McDonough family during this very difficult time.